and some of this energy turned into what we know as matter. This primordial matter gave birth to the elements. Hydrogen and helium were formed in the first 30 minutes or so. As stars later formed, they produced the other elements. After expanding and cooling for millions of years of its infancy, the universe entered the equivalent of its early childhood. A lot of interesting things began to happen. The attraction of gravity brought some of the matter together into immense clumps, here and there. These clumps of gas and dust eventually collapsed and became galaxies. The hydrogen and helium gases in the galaxies broke up into smaller clouds. From these clouds, the first stars in the galaxies were born. Most of the stars that formed early were supermassive. But they lasted just a few million years, then blew up in catastrophic explosions called supernovae. Curiously, all the elements to form life were produced inside the hot interiors of these massive stars. When they exploded, those elements were flung out into the extreme coldness of interstellar space. The blast of these supernovae also triggered the formation of new stars, a second generation. By the time the universe was a few billion years old, it was markedly different from what it had been just after the Big Bang. The simple state of radiant energy present at the time of its formation had grown into a massive collection of billions and billions of galaxies. Some of these galaxies are spiral-shaped, some elliptical, and another stake irregular shape, sometimes the result of colliding galaxies. Generation after generation of stars were born, produced elements for life, such as carbon, oxygen, and iron, and eventually died. As it has continued to expand for billions of years, the universe has become thin and dispersed and extremely cold. Hundreds of years ago, we believed that Earth was the center of the universe. Then science proved that our planet and other planets actually revolve around our sun. Today, we know that the sun itself is but one star among 400 billion stars that make up our Milky Way galaxy. And that our galaxy, though composed of hundreds of billions of stars, can seem insignificant when we realize that it is just one among hundreds of billions of galaxies in the universe. Our Milky Way galaxy formed about 1 billion years after the Big Bang, making it some 13.2 billion years old. The most ancient stars within it are about 10 billion years old, and the youngest are just a few million years old. In fact, baby stars are being born even today. Our sun is a middle-aged star, 4.5 billion years old. It was born from a cloud of gas and dust, which we call a solar nebula. The birth of the sun was